That's where I think, is that where the fish market is?
I don't know.
I've been to Seattle like once in my life, so
I didn't look that in depth into it. I just pulled up a street map and said, "Where's Pioneer Square?" Okay, where's this set of apartments that says it's in Pioneer Square? It's okay. It's kind of over there. All right, let's see here. Okay. So, picking up from last time. Good God. It feels like I haven't played in 3 months. Did we play last time?
I think we did.
So yeah.
I don't even remember
Yeah,
anymore.
I can't remember what we did, but we did play.
we
Uh,
fought
You
some
know, it'd be good if I
towels.
pulled up my notes, huh?
you fought
We
the
did
what?
fight
Yeah.
towels.
Yeah, we went to the
Oh
Shadow Bridge.
yeah, that's right. I forgot all about that. That was what was his name?
And Dr. Whatever, the possible reptilian, got punched in the face.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah,
Hertzfeld.
the guy who didn't know where he was sending us.
Uh huh.
Now I remember.
Uh huh. Because you guys were trying to get. I don't think you're trying to get anywhere. It was just something to do, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, we're trying to get to Arden and then translate back here normally so we
Oh
could
yeah.
have our normal
Yeah, to
selves.
fix, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, so our uh powers would be back to normal Earth powers.
I just forget how to spell Arden. Ardeyn.
I've learned to bring my actual gun to stakeouts just in case, because apparently that's a thing now.
Oh, that's right. We fought the weird nightmare thing.
Uh huh. Uh, there were what, like two
Yeah,
of
the
them? It's coming
towels.
back to me now. Yeah,
The towels,
Three.
right,
yeah.
right.
They were towels with like infinite number of mouths. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
Nightmare creatures. Yeah.
That's like nightmare, man. Oy, that is nightmare fuel for sure.
Yep, yep.
Now remember, I told one to bring it, and then he brought it.
You told him to. Uh, and then if I remember it, you guys went through the inapposite gate there to get back to Earth.
Right. So now apparently we're sort of gradually going back to our regular Earth
Yes.
form. Is that okay?
Yeah. It'll take you like a couple of days to kind of settle down, or to reacclimate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now that I remember all of that. Oh, I should probably get all this stuff done. I have so many windows open. Here's file. There it is. Okay. So let's take a look here. How many days is it going to take you? It's going to take you this many hours to basically kind of revert back to Earth. About half a day. Call it that.
Okay.
Now, the shadow place that you were in, or not the shadow, but like the nightmare version of Earth. You're gonna be gone for 2 days when you get back to Earth. When you get back into the estate. Getting back in. Chief, you guys are going to get back to Earth, coming back through this gate. And Hertzfeld's going to be thoroughly confused as you guys come through this gate and come running up. Where were you? What took you so long?
Um, did we lose Dylan?
Dylan? You here? Uh-oh, maybe.
Because he's not in Fantasy Grounds.
Oh, yeah, he dropped off the table.
Anyway, because I think Ian was going to punch him or something.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's what he.
Yeah, I think he was one of the first ones through the gate anyway, so.
Yeah.
I
So,
would
because if
imagine
he
that
doesn't
probably
do it,
happens.
I will.
My computer just blue screened. That
Oh,
was
nice.
interesting.
Fun.
Ew.
I hope it's okay.
Yeah, I probably need a new one. This one's been I mean, the motherboard's like 10 years old.
Well, yeah, there you go. It might be time for an update. Ooh, motherboard updates. That's a pain in the butt, too. That's an expensive update.
Yeah. Considering how old everything is, and I mean, none of the case fans work anymore, and it's just
Well, yeah, you should probably...
overdone. The video card could use some updating. The processor is just as old as the motherboard, and
Okay, I think
God,
at that
crap.
point you actually need what is called a new computer.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like
Yes.
if it's just the
That's what I was saying.
motherboard, you could update that, and I mean you got to do a bunch of other
Like-
stuff to update at
Yeah,
the same
but
time.
once you have to update the motherboard and the CPU, it's like what? Like
My-
what do
well,
you
that's
do?
what I was gonna say. Is like if you're
My
updating the motherboard,
video
there's-
card's salvageable. That's about it.
and even then you said that's a little old. Yeah. At that
Yeah.
point, you might as well look at a new computer.
That's what I am.
The last motherboard update I did ended up running me $600 because I had to get a new CPU and new RAM, and that was so much of a change that I had to get a new operating system key or a new Windows key, so that was extra. Yeah. Yeah, you might just look at a new computer. Oh, I should also turn that off. There we go. I forgot that I still had the overlay or the break image. But now that you're at least back in voice, so
Yeah, I'm getting okay. Good. Steam's back up.
hey.
Pentagram Unity.
So again, you guys will make it back through this gate, and Hertzfeld's gonna kind of come running up. And, is everybody okay? Where have you been? Where's the Rev?
You said it would come back. Good luck with that.
Oh yes, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. It should come
Also,
back,
you didn't send us to Arden.
No.
No.
Oh, where'd you go?
Is Gwen there?
Yeah, she'd be
The
around.
girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was gonna look it up and we never did get. I said, Gwen, what's the number for Arden in your book there?
369.
Yeah. You sent us to 639.
Oh yeah, I remember this. It was a place that didn't wasn't on like the map, the charts and shit, and like shouldn't be able to translate to.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So we went to some kind of shadow dimension with scary ass owls with Cthulhu numbers of mouths.
Towels, like sheets.
Towels, yes. Yes.
This big floating sheet.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Lethafold.
huh. Well, was there anybody there? You said it was like Earth, right?
Yeah, no, they were all dead.
Oh.
Yeah, like dust.
Well,
Like long time dead.
were they dead or were they dust?
Well, presumably turning to dust made them dead. I'm guessing. I mean, you could
Hmm.
go there and try adding water and seeing what happens.
Oh, I like
Ooh.
that idea a whole lot right now.
Did you bring any back with you? We can try it here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you've.
I'm
I'd
just
say
gonna
like
turn
everybody very
around.
quickly gets the sense like he's either clueless, crazy, or doesn't care, and it's hard to tell which.
Well, he's
Didn't scoop up any person, so no.
But they had
so
a
no.
gate.
Yes.
But it's like okay.
And it looked just like this lab. Well, more or less, right? Like I can't remember now whether it looked exactly like this
Yeah, it
or
basically looked exactly like this.
essentially like, yeah, it looked exactly like this lab, except not. And it had killer shadow towels.
Oh, they couldn't.
Thank you for 2 weeks of nightmares that I'm going to have.
It couldn't have been too bad. I mean, they had enough power to turn the gate on, right?
Nah.
No.
None.
He had enough power to turn the gate on. You dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, we had enough power. And I'll look at Vander and say, "Were you able to hold on to the onto the stick?"
Yeah, I got it.
Like Christ. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna like say that. Like he'll kind of look to Vander. Stick.
Oh yeah, no, no, you're not getting that.
You found something there?
No, we already
Oh.
had it. Thank you. Bye.
Hmm. And like I imagine the group, he'll kind of just like
Like I'm
how
not letting him touch that thing because then we're not getting it back. And apparently we need to take our own power source with us.
it, as well. I do have other questions, but I mean, you've been gone for 2 days.
Are you shitting me right now?
Uh, no. Do you need
If
some
it were
toilet paper?
possible to eyes to roll so far back in my head they came back around to the front, that's what Imelda would be doing right now. Just like this guy,
Mhm.
this MF, just mm,
Yeah, and to you guys, you were gone a few hours at most.
yeah.
He's saying you've been gone for 2 days.
Awesome.
So Ian's
Vander-
leaving to go find someone to bum a cigarette off of.
Vander's staring at this guy, and his hand is reaching for the power rod.
Hmm.
Hey, I got an
Oh yeah,
experiment
you
for
could
you.
have let him
Recharge
have
the
a
shit.
yeah, like have him let him have a personal experience of the power rod.
Yeah, that's the
I
thing,
couldn't-
because like the power rod's basically out of juice right now.
Yeah,
Damn it.
yeah, I got an experiment for you. You want to try it?
Ooh. Like he almost gets like that finger things. Ooh, experiment. Is that the rod?
Yeah, come here. And when he gets within melee range, Vander's gonna hit him with the power rod.
Okay. Yeah, he wouldn't expect it. So yeah, there's probably that little bit of. Uh, give me bum, 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 Ah, you're fine. Okay.
So it says I can siphon a designated amount of health from the target up to the artifact's level. So
Okay.
this is 5.
Uh-huh.
How much do like NPC like your average NPCs have?
It's usually like their tier. It's equivalent to their tiers. It's like the basic reference. I would say this guy's got. Let's see. He's gonna be fairly high. We'll do this. He is tier 6, so he's gonna have probably about 20 health.
Okay, yeah, he's got enough to spare.
Oh, yeah.
Vander's gonna take the whole 5.
Okay. Each point is roughly equivalent to 30 kilowatts. So you're gonna get what is it, 150 kilowatts?
Yeah.
And do you remember how much it was to actually power up the gate?
Well, powering it twice was basically all of it. It went from full charge to basically nil.
Right. Like I'm just trying to understand sort of like percentage wise, how much does that actually recharge the thing?
Well, the rod can hold a maximum.
A little more than a tenth.
Yeah, the rod can hold about 1,000.
Okay. Okay.
And he just
I'm
charged
just
it
trying
150.
to like
So.
understand how many people Vander will have to zap.
A lot.
If we are in a situation where we need to recharge in this fashion.
A lot.
So it also functions as a pretty damn good melee weapon too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's this big metal rod. So, I mean, you can either bludgeon somebody with it, or use it like a taser, or reverse taser. Oh.
Vampire taser.
I mean, you could use it actually both ways. Now I think about it, you could either zap somebody with it or use it to drain them. So. Yeah.
Okay. So you get basically 2 gate charges from the rod. So we'd have to zap probably 3 or 4 people in order to have enough.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 people to the maximum amount.
In order to power the gate for like a few seconds.
Yeah.
You're looking at like 500 kilowatts. So I mean, a few seconds. It was long enough for 3 or 4 of you to make it through the gate. So on the outset, I would say 30 seconds, probably at the most, for half a power rod.
Okay. Well, good to know for the future.
Yeah, so once Vander's popped him one, Vander's going to tuck the power rod back where he keeps it. I appreciate your contribution to science. And then he's going to begin to walk away.
Yeah, he'd be kind of picking himself up off the ground, or Jenny would be helping him up. How long does that? Like, how much charge? Like, he's already rattling off questions here. And I imagine like the group is still just kind of walking away. Like you can kind of hear him
turn around and say, "You gave us 15%. Figure it out from there. Bye."
You can hear him just like as the group walks away, like he's still just chatting away.
And frankly, I only said that for Gwen's benefit because at some point we'll probably want to talk to her about this thing because we got it from her originally, right? This was the thing she was using to power her house. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Maybe what I'll say is ask Gwen as we walk away.
Like the artifact that you guys got from a task and have kept secret, you're now throwing the NPC under the bus.
In retrospect, maybe using this thing on a person in front of Gwen wasn't the most responsible thing to do.
Well,
not a great example to set for her.
Yeah.
I mean,
the
is
child
Vander really a role
Powering
model?
the house with her mom.
Well,
I mean, he was the one that pointed out how fucked up it was for her to use her mom to charge this thing.
Yeah.
And then he turns around and does this.
Yeah.
Uses her boss.
Yeah.
Well, she built a new mom, so it's okay.
It's like reverse Coraline. You know, maybe we should go talk to Manners.
Yeah.
Or,
I mean,
well, we talked to her last time. I don't know. But maybe tell her what happened with Hertzfeld
Yeah.
and
Yeah, they're
suggest that
very much
she
like
not send agents to him without knowing
what's going on.
what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, so I imagine that all gets written up in the report.
Yeah.
So it's going to take you guys about half a day.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a nap.
I would imagine. Yeah. So we're getting into. Let's see. When did you guys get there? You got there. You guys left. It was. I want to say morning. So we're looking afternoon of the 6th. July 6th, the afternoon. Let's say that. Go back to your rooms, get some rest, type up a report, send that off. Manners later that evening would kind of come and find everybody, and she'd kind of let you guys all know. It's like, okay, well, excellent news, team. You guys are all getting promoted. You're no longer new recruits. Yes, more or less. You're going to essentially be not an elite team, but special tasks, shall we say. Unfortunately, and she'll check her notes again. Mr. Mallard left quite a bit of information and resources for us to go through. So,
Yeah, he
so
she
Eric
has
is going
a
to.
long-term plan. We're gonna have to keep an eye out on him.
Yeah, so we do have more experienced agents searching for him. Also, he left quite a bit of information and resources in his house. Eric is going to be searching for that, or searching through that. Oh, sorry. Mr. E.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's going to be reassigned, at least temporarily. As for the rest of you, Chief Keaton has requested your assistance. See him in the morning. Get some rest. Finish resting. If you have any tasks to deal with tonight, by all means, take the evening off.
What's the guy's name? Nick Keaton?
Lawrence Keaton.
Lawrence Keaton. Okay.
Uh-huh. Oh, and Vander, that artifact, please turn that into report that to the quartermaster, please. It has been noted that you have that, to say the very least. And you'll see she kind of almost narrows her eyes at Vander. One of those, like, she's not sure where you got it, but she's got ideas.
Yeah, I'm going to look at her and say, I think we need to hold on to that if you're going to send us to Hertzfeld again, because if we hadn't had that and he didn't know how to use it, we'd still be fighting those ridiculous nightmare towels. So, or we'd be dead. And she'll just sort of shrug. So maybe we should have a power source to, power gates so we can get back here. And then she'll just turn and start to walk away.
I won't have you turn it in just yet. See what Keaton has for you in the morning. Just make sure that the quartermasters have it indicated on your as checked out to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And she's gonna head off.
Bender is not going to make any effort to interact with the quartermaster on this score.
Yeah. Oops. We forgot.
Mm-hmm.
We're busy.
A lot of new responsibilities.
Yeah.
So, anything you guys want to do back on Earth in Seattle?
Oh yeah. Ian wants to go back to the lab and look for the sword he left there like yesterday. Or like 3 days ago, I guess.
Yeah, a couple days ago. Yeah, they'd have all your equipment. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Is his
I
sword
remember him not.
still a sword?
Yeah, still sword.
Because it didn't go with us through the gate and whatever.
Correct.
Yeah, you left it back there.
Yeah.
Like, a second thought, I want to see what happens with this, because isn't it like some weird switchblade sword thing now?
Let me look. I think so. Like your
Forgot.
telescoping baton. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you can kind of twist the hilt on it and almost lengthen the sword, so you can stretch it out to either like a long sword or shrink it back down to a short sword. Basically like a light weapon or a standard weapon.
Yeah, so you want to keep that. That is really cool. Oh. Like, he just had a stick before this.
Very cool.
All right, so good. He still has that.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, my keys work again.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the keys for the van. Nice.
So I guess he's gonna go take a bus out to that house and get his van back. He never actually went back to the house yet. It was just, all right, translate here, translate back. Okay, go through this. Go through this.
Yeah, and they couldn't bring the
car.
They had a choice of either tow the vehicle, or well, that was really it. It was either tow the vehicle or leave it there, and they didn't want to draw any more attention than they had to. So.
Yeah, I think Vander would hop on that bus with Ian and go as far as the point where Ian hops off to retrieve his van, and he would stay out, looking to cash that one favor that he's got from a contact.
Okay.
And he would be trying to find out more about Tom Mallard's his network, if he has one in the area, like trying to find more background info on Tom, see if he can plot out a point where he might pop back up when he comes back to Earth.
Okay. Let me see. Tier 2. Okay. He'd let you know that let me see here. Why is it not loaded? That one. One of my modules isn't loaded for some reason. Oh, that's right, because it's on the cipher table, so I've only got like 3 modules loaded. It's nice. Oh, hold on. thinking about it. Come on. Fine, hold it this way while it's thinking about it.
And while he's doing that,
Mhm.
I'm gonna. I don't know where I would find this information though.
Mhm.
I was gonna try to find out more about that spiral stuff that we kind of ignored before heading off to Mallard's house.
Oh, that was the file that you saw on uh,
Yeah, we saw it on her
Manor's
desk.
desk. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how I might find out more information, but
I mean, you could ask her about it.
maybe, yeah.
Or go find a
Let-
dealer. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I'll ask her. But let Vander finish his stuff first.
Vander, your contact. Let's see. What's their name? Their name is Hayden Green. Sure. Hayden Green's going to let you know that word on the street is Tom Mallard has a fence that he takes ciphers to. Excuse me. He's got a specific person that he takes a lot of his ciphers to. If I remember right, it is a woman by the name of... Where is it at? There it is. Lydia Nance. Specializes in the strange and unique things that you wouldn't necessarily find on the street. Oddities.
Okay.
Let's see. Lydia. She comes into town every now and then, every couple of weeks, and meets up with a few different people around town. But apparently, she's from someplace in Colorado. She's not a local, but she'll come into town. Makes it easier to get goods from local out to areas where they might not be looking for the items.
Makes sense.
Makes it quick and easy to get hot goods.
Okay.
Next time she should be in. Contact thinks they should be in probably next weekend. You looking around the weekend of the 15th? About a week and a half from today.
Okay.
I'm not totally sure the exact date, but it should be about then.
Yeah. Vander will thank the guy for his time, and yeah, I'll make his way back to the estate to regroup with the others.
I think before talking to
Keaton?
to Manners, I'm gonna
Manners?
try to do some research on Spiral and just see if there's anything either in files that we have access to or internet searches, that sort of thing, if there's rumors about it, like just so I can be a little prepared because I know she doesn't necessarily tell us everything. So,
Let's see. Give me like an intellect check. I don't think you have anything for drugs, do you?
sorry,
No.
I was on mute. So this is nothing to do with the strange, right? So I couldn't use knowledge of the strange.
I wouldn't say yet. No.
Okay. Oh, just mechanically,
Mhm.
are we can I undo some of my used recovery from the last game? Like, are we healed up yet or not yet?
I'd say it'd be after this, then you will. Yeah.
Okay,
Because
so I'll
this is kind of
do.
like overnight, getting into the day.
Okay,
Oh no, I
so
said
this
14 hours. So yeah, you sure.
okay, so that's just my intellect check.
Okay. So 6. There you go. Overnight rest.
Okay.
So a 6. You're gonna find a lot of, and this is gonna be something, one of those like looking online, that kind of thing. Uh, Doing searches online for spiral or drugs or anything like that. Now, Jane, as a reminder, when you take a rest, it gives you back
Oh,
your recovery
oh
rolls.
God, you're right. Oh shit, now I can't remember what the numbers were before. Well, here I'll use
14.
up
That was a
a
9. There we go.
recovery
Sure.
and we'll see. Uh,
Oh,
so I
goes first.
have,
Yeah, you get 6 back.
so I get 6 points back. So, uh, okay, so I can put, I'll put 2 in here and 4 in here. Okay. And then I'll leave that recovery checked off. Okay. So, nothing on the internet
Well, that's what I was about to
searching.
say. There we go. Type, damn it. There we go. You're gonna find in, of all places, there's a little subreddit, just r/drugs, which I just had to check is actually a subreddit.
Well, I mean, of course.
Oh yeah, makes sense. Um,
Yeah, that surprises me not at all.
no, not at all. Uh, you're gonna find like these passing references or passing mentions of some new drug that's been seen, mostly in Seattle, but it's not just limited here. They're calling it spiral. Um, it gives the user like this incredible high. Like it almost feels like you can see into other worlds. But usage of it seems to be all over North America, with very rare cases outside of the continent. Uh,
And is this something that rings a bell at all about something? So obviously seeing into other worlds sort of makes me go, oh, but like, are there substances that let you see into other shards or other places?
yeah, like in other recursion. I mean, not
The
really.
recursions.
Not really. No, I mean you might have ciphers that can do something similar, but it's usually uh, it's usually going to be like translating, either bringing something from there to here or sending somebody from here to there. This seems to be. This is almost like psilocybin or like magic mushrooms, but more pronounced. Like the people that are using it, this is more than just hallucinations from what they're describing. Like it's almost like they're seeing other places. Uh, every now and then you'll find a post where users will describe like their irises seem to almost take on like this purplish color and seem to almost change shape a little bit. Not crazy to like cat's eyes or anything, but like the edges of their irises take on these this almost straight edges that can become almost fractal. You will also find a few mentions of like, hey, missing persons. Essentially, it's like, hey, my brother was a big heavy user of this, and he's kind of he's gone. Here's what it looks like. If anybody sees him, please let me know. And you'll see a few posts like that. Not many, but. But you'll find a lot of that kind of information, yeah.
Okay. So when the group gets back together, I think I'm going to mention it to them first to say, you know, I happened to see this folder on her desk, and this sounds, you know, what people are describing sounds very much like some kind of mental travel to other to other either a translation, maybe physical eventually, because they talk about people disappearing. So maybe something happens when they take the drug that actually translates them. But this might be something we want to keep an eye out for. I don't know if it's related to the Tom Mallard thing necessarily, but you know, it's something we should keep an eye out for.
Yeah, that sounds. Well, I'll be honest, not entirely unpleasant, but yeah, probably not a great thing to let out in the street.
I mean, some of the mild effects are like a pure state of euphoria for like a couple hours.
Yeah, I mean, you know, people can do what they want with their brains, whatever. But, you know, if this ends up taking them to some other world, that's messed up. That's not what people are signing up.
Especially if it's. Did you find out if it's one way or if it gets them there and back, or how long does it stay in the system?
I don't know. I mean, for some people it's, you know, a couple-hour trip, it sounds like, but some, like, people talked about family members or whatever just straight up disappearing. So it sounds like one way. You
Oh,
know, if these people don't know what they're doing, they could end up translating and not knowing how to get back. You know, like the kids who went to Arden, you know, like they don't know how to freaking get back.
Yeah.
and by like disappearing, I mean more like they went to their room to use it, and somebody went to check on them a little bit later, and they weren't there. It's like nobody's seen them. Just like it's not like Back to the Future where they just fade away. It's just like, yeah, they went over there to use it, and I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm ascribing to that what we know about translating. So so I'm presuming that's what's happening, but it could be something similar but not exactly the same.
Right.
You know, it could just be them like like those creatures that we fought, the towel things were like interdimensional sort of things, right? So who knows? Maybe they're going to that in between place, which would be extra bad.
Mm.
Because if that's where those things come from, I can't imagine translating there is good. So,
And I believe you guys did figure, like, if you didn't figure it out, then it would have been told to you that, like, afterwards, after you got back, that those towel things are creatures of just essentially the raw strange. Like, they exist to, they're kind of like cleaners. Things that are in the raw strange or that are outside of a recursion, they eliminate.
so they hunt things that are in the raw strange.
Uh-huh. Most recursions have some type of, almost like a bubble or like a shell that keep them protected. If that bubble is too thin or in some way compromised.
I think you mentioned like in the Raw Strange, they were like 2 challenge higher or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like we fought the very weakened version.
Mm-hmm. So either 639 either had like a very weakened barrier, or a barrier was gone, or something like that. There was whatever reason they had made it in, but there was still enough that they weren't quite at full strength.
Yeah, so we don't know what happens, right? Like if someone translates without knowing what they're doing or under the influence of a drug that prevents them from thinking clearly or whatever. Like,
Mm-hmm.
who knows where the hell they end up?
Mm-hmm.
God, accidentally translating to strange would you're actually going to hell until something finds you and kills you. And
Or
that's just
or messing up your translation. Like, you could be fully trained in how to do it, but if like your focus lapses, or you're trying to go, you end up in the wrong spot, you could just end up out in the middle of nowhere, floating in the void.
nope.
Yeah, that's a big old nope.
Mm-hmm.
So we definitely need to sort of keep an eye out for that.
So, getting some rest. We'll advance it to the 6th or to the 7th. So, meeting up with Chief Keaton the next morning. All right.
Yes.
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 Some new street
Is
cards
is
in.
is Keaton chief because he's military type or because he is the head officer of the estate?
Neither. He is. Um, he's a head of investigations. Think of it like a department. Investigations chief Lawrence Keaton. Before he came to the estate, he was an insurance fraud investigator. But kind of meeting Keaton in his office the next day. Oh, that one there. Okay. Meeting him in the office the next day, you'd see He's got a cup on either side of his desk. One is this kind of almost like a low ball with this kind of amber colored liquid in it, and in the other hand is this coffee mug with the estate logo on it. So getting into his office first thing in the morning. Come in. Come in. Come in. Manor speaks highly of you.
Can we smell alcohol coming from the brown liquid cup?
The amber liquid from across the room? Yeah. I'd say, yeah, you probably, there's that little smell of alcohol in the room.
Yeah. Okay. Little early in the morning, but you know.
I'd say this is probably, well, let's see. We'll add 6. It is currently 8 a.m.
Okay, I'm not going to say anything, but I'll just sort of adjust accordingly.
Manor speaks highly of you. And you see, like, he's got this kind of manila folder. Like, he's flipping through some of your previous reports. Tracked down this Mallard guy pretty quick. Excellent work. So you know, your recommendations have been heard. The agents you replaced were relatively new. They've been reassigned, sent back through training. He's gonna set it down. He's gonna pick up this other folder. How much do you know about Spiral? Not the shape, I assure you. And every so often, he'll kind of alternate between which cups he's drinking out of.
Yeah, Vander will just glance over at Imelda for that one.
And I'll just sort of give, you know, like the head tilt, like, you know.
Ian wasn't paying attention.
I mean, clearly he doesn't care what we think because he's got the cup just sitting on his desk. So I don't know that it's worth it to actually say anything because he obviously doesn't give a shit. So
yeah.
And I'll say to him, gotta be honest, Chief, I saw a folder on Manor's desk. So I did a little poking around. And then I'll say, you know, what I learned.
Observant. I like that. And he's gonna, like, this second folder he'd picked up, he's gonna toss it across to you. Well, here's what we do know about it so far. What? There we go. It's not from Earth. New street drug seems to be running all over the place. Usually comes in this little glass tube. Looks like what was that show? Breaking Bad. Looks like Blue Magic or whatever it was they called it.
Meth?
Looks like it. But yes.
So magic meth.
Essentially, it's what the uninitiated seem to think of it as. kind of a cross between meth if it had the effects of mushrooms. From what we've seen on, well, being in the estate, we keep an eye on a lot of these things. Anytime something new hits the street, there's too many drugs out there that A, we can keep track of all of them, or that, well, that the government can keep track of all of them, and B, that they're all from Earth.
Does it seem to be addictive?
Well, like any drug, yes.
Hmm. And do we have any more information about these disappearing people? Like, are there reports from any place else of them showing up?
Not that we've seen. We're not sure if they're just running away or dropping out or what, but they're just gone. We're not finding them in other recursions. We're not finding them anywhere here. Either there's some place they're going to that we don't know of, or they are very good at hiding. That said, the estate doesn't keep... Our agents on Earth are a fraction of what they are off-world. Either's possible.
So what do you want us to do?
Well, we've got a lead on a possible dealer. Why don't you track him down, see where he's getting his source from. We've got solid intel. It's one individual goes by the name of Leroy Kane. I want you to find him, shut him down, and see if he's either got a supplier or if he's making it himself. And he's gonna give you guys this third file. It's got all kinds of information. Some basic information about Mr. Kane. Some spots where he regularly is known to deal from. A few people that they think are probably some clients of his, and a few or like if you run into any local issues, here's who to call to fix it.
So is this Earth or some other? Okay.
Not only Earth, local, Seattle.
Evander's gonna look over this file and let out a laugh. He wears a cowboy hat.
Yeah. Often seen with a hat and coat. Fancies himself some type of country cowboy.
He's running the wrong neighborhood for that. We'll bring him in.
So wait, so how did you know he wears a cowboy hat?
Oh, if you look in that file, there's an image link.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's not opening for me.
There you go. Now it will.
Oh, there he is.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of guy I expected him to be. Awesome.
Yeah, it's just very much like Oh, I want to punch him.
Yeah, speaking of people who are punchable,
Uh-huh.
oh, this is nice, man.
But that's what we've got on the man. Take your time. Do the investigation right. You'll
Yeah,
be,
worst to worst,
you'll be
worst
reporting
comes
to
to
me on
worst,
this
you
one.
won't remember seeing us.
Yeah.
Good. Keep it that way.
So this likelihood being quickened. Any hints on what he can do? Any observations, or does he just seem kind of hinky?
Hmm. Well, nobody's seen him translate or anything like that, but there is enough times that we've gone in. Well, he's done things. Gone into a bathroom. Never came back out. Showed up elsewhere. Either he's extremely good at getting out of closed buildings, or he's learned how to translate, go somewhere else, translate back. Keys, that
Do we
kind of
have
thing.
any idea where the stuff comes from that he's using to make this?
Nope. Every
Okay.
attempt to translate using it as a key is failed.
Hmm. Okay. I'll
He's
be
any
right back.
good at this. He's any good at this. He ain't making it himself.
Well,
Nobody that makes stuff and gets away with it actually deals it. They got other people to do it for him.
you would think, but he's been slick enough at escaping any tails that we're not even sure where he lives. It's frustrating to say the least. We're watching him. If we're watching him, you can bet the OSR and others are watching him. One of my contacts inside the DEA says he's even on their list. Has been for years.
Ninja cowboy.
Apparently.
Bullshit is this? All right. Whether he's a ninja or a cowboy, we'll get him.
Oh, and he's gonna kind of reach into like this side drawer. How are you all doing on ciphers?
Got a couple on me.
Same.
Could stand to carry one more, depending on what you're offering.
Let me take a look. This one just came in. I'm just gonna kind of throw this one across or take it out of the table. Okay, I'm gonna build that one. Hold on a second. That one scares me. Let me see. Where'd it go? Various. Okay. If this is the one I think it is. Spawn. It's not, thank goodness. Ah. B. Oh, this one's way more terrifying. Okay. Nick, can I get D6 plus 2?
Okay.
It's level 5. And let's do a D100.
E100.
99. Okay. This is a detonation. It's a grenade cipher. You throw it out. It's a level 5. And it's a shrapnel grenade that when it explodes, little bits fly out and then also explode.
Oh my.
Yeah.
That'll be
Oh shit.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's a horrible way to go.
Uh-huh.
Oh no. Vander shouldn't have this power.
so. I'm sorry. Is this something you found?
Well, you've shown yourselves to be trustworthy, limiting collateral damage as much as possible. And as he says that, he's kind of like looking, like narrows his eyes at the whole party. We don't think he'll be a problem, but an animal's most dangerous when it's cornered.
And Vander's eyes are going to be kind of wide as he examines this thing. It's going to look back up and try to school his features back into like some semblance of nonchalance.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite entirely manage it, but he's going to nod. Yeah, this is last resort. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Any questions?
I think I'm good. Then he looks between Ian and Imelda.
I'm already full up. Wait, am I?
I don't know.
Poison
Yeah, you're
minded.
full.
Oh yeah, I took those pills.
Yeah, I think I could probably. Well, let's see. Did my enduring shield get used up?
I don't know.
I think I used it when we were going down that rope bridge.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, let's see.
So I would take something.
You get an equipment cache.
Okay.
It's not much, but hey. That's not supposed to be level 4. That's supposed to be level D6 plus 1.
So should I roll that?
Yes, please.
Okay. So 4.
Level 4. Okay. And yeah, he'd hand over, essentially, like, he'd hand over, it almost looks like this little Altoids tin. And you'd recognize it as an equipment cache.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's quite useful, actually. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
a room of requirement or whatever.
Yeah, just kind
Although,
of focus on what you need, open the tin, pull it out.
cool. Um, it may also be useful for us. I'm just going to remind Vander and Ian that I have the blackout cipher from, I think, probably the first session that masks us from other, that masks us from being observed, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So that may actually be quite useful in this particular case if we need to monitor him or sneak up on him or something.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, well, I say we go track down this dude. See what the hell's going on.
Sounds
All
good
right.
to me.
So where do you guys want to start?
Hmm.
Well, it's still in the morning, right?
Yeah.
So
Is a Northwesterner like another tavern or a
Yeah.
bar? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all of his
Yeah.
sites, they're all...
most of those places are like nighttime
Yeah.
Yeah.
places.
Caroline Tavern seems. It sounds like it would be tame enough that it might be like a nice place to have lunch.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
What are the hours on that place? Let me see.
Oh, that's right. I forget these are all real places.
Yeah, they're all actual places. It's yeah, like a pub, nightclub. Oh, yeah, pub. Nice pub. With some... Oh, God, yeah, that guy is very much from Portland. It's Washington. As a
It opens at
Midwesterner...
8 in the morning.
Does it? Holy cow, yeah.
Yelp.
So, yeah, they're open now. Oh, yep, they got breakfast. Weekend breakfast available until 2 p.m.
Nice.
Yeah. Yelp for Loretta's? Opens at 11. Oh, no, it says, I don't know. Whatever. Hours updated 3 months ago. At 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. As a Midwesterner, I just looked at one of the pictures that came up there and said, oh, I want to punch that guy. He's got his little cap kind of rolled up on his head. He's got the sleeveless vest with a hoodie under. Yeah, I'm going to punch you.
Like the sleeveless hoodies.
I'm not sure if it's a sleeveless hoodie, like with a vest sewn onto it, or if he's got like the two-piece thing going on. Either way, punching him. That's just the Midwesterner in me, though.
Yeah, I love how two of the
That guy.
9 pictures though show that they sell scratch offs. So you got to give them
Yeah.
credit for that. Yeah, let's go get some drinks and scratchers, guys.
Sure.
Okay, no, that's different from what I was thinking. No, I've seen someone walk in a sleeveless hoodie. Like it was a hoodie, but like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was like no sleeves and cut down to like about bottom of the rib cage on the sides. And this made me wonder what the fuck the point could be.
So a muscle hoodie?
Yes.
A cut off muscle hoodie? Yeah.
Ah.
Yes. Yeah, when you mentioned like sleeveless vest and hoodie, that was the first thing to come to mind. I'm like, okay, I want to punch him too.
Like, I have a sleeveless hoodie, but it's more like it was a hoodie that the sleeves tore, so I just removed them. And I wear it like the backyard or if I'm working on a house or something. Mostly so that way if I can carry one of my rats around with me. But that's it.
No, this was going
Certainly
around
don't
with
wear it
like
out in public.
that. Yeah, it was that and matching pants. I just remember it. I don't know. It looked like the douchiest FUBU advertisement.
So, you guys are gonna go check out Loretta's first, right?
um,
That sounds like.
Oh wait,
so wait,
Or-
Loretta first or Carolyn?
Let's just go down the line. Like
Yeah, let's
with
start with
Caroline then.
Caroline.
Sure.
Whatever. Yeah.
The Caroline Tavern opens when? Temporary hours until further notice, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, so
Oh,
they're
yeah.
open too.
For those fine 9 a.m. drinkers.
Yes, it's another one of those like tavern pub things. I forget how
Yeah.
I forgot how many like bars there are in Washington State. Also, they sell scratch offs.
sometimes you want a burger and a beer for breakfast.
Yeah.
I see the 9 pictures you were talking about, Jane.
Yep. It's like buy those scratchers, baby.
Uh-huh. Of the two, I think I like Loretta's better, but there's nobody punchable.
Carolyn does not look like a place I would go, but hey.
Oh yeah. And then finally, Trinity isn't open until like there's pretty much strictly nighttime, 9 to 2.
Yeah.
9 to 2:30.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sorry. Oh yeah, that's straight up nightclub. 18 to enter, 21 to drink.
No, hey, Louisiana rules.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and you can book a table. That's a music venue, nightclub. And of course they have a newsletter.
Yeah, Loretta's looks like an actual place that someone would go.
So,
Although you're right, I do want to punch that guy. It's the terrible beard and mustache.
yeah. That wispy mustache. Like, I've been
Yeah.
growing this for 3 months. It's like, shut up.
Like, why even bother, my dude?
Mm-hmm. I think it's that Washington personality. The Washington stereotype. That's what it is. He's the Washington stereotype, like the Portland stereotype.
Yeah.
That's what bugs me about it. Okay. Anyway, enough complaining about this guy that nobody else
Anyway,
can see.
yeah. We'll go to the other one first.
Yeah.
We'll go to Caroline's.
Okay, so gonna go to Caroline's first. So yeah, I mean, you kind of get there, get set down. Bartender will come around. What can I get you?
Got any just coffee? Regular ass. Not mochaccino latte, whatever, just coffee.
Yeah, no problem. Cream and sugar.
Yeah.
Same, and he'll kind of motion to Ian and Vander.
Ian is already playing the slot machine in the corner. Pulled up a picture, and the first thing I see is "Win big." Lucky pick, pull tab.
Yeah, and give us a couple scratchers too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, and he'll kind of bring around a. He'll bring out a mug and he'll sit down, basically just like sit down with those not super fancy carafes, but it's like a little aluminum one. Need a few minutes. Know what you guys want? We got full bar. Kind of looks at his watch. It's like, I imagine by the time you guys get here, it's like 10, 11 o'clock.
I'll look at Vander like, not for me, man.
All right. Yeah.
Hey, let me get one of those pale ales up there, and I don't know, those pretzels.
Okay.
Yeah, you got like fries or anything yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take fries.
Yeah, he'll go put those orders in.
Fries, the breakfast of champions.
So right now, it's like there's that early lunch crowd is coming in. So right now, it's probably 5, 10 other people here, or something like that.
Yeah. Any of them look like potential drug users?
Not that you're seeing. No.
Okay.
They serve chicken gizzards.
Of course. Ew.
Well,
I actually pulled up their menu.
yeah, I had it
have
open on the
pizza.
side. It's like, yeah.
Wow, I didn't even look at their menu.
Oh, their entree menu is called. Wait, it's called Munchies and stuff.
Of course.
Pub menu. Yep.
All food served 8 a.m. to 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you gotta lay down a base. That's
wait.
an important thing.
Chicken strips and tater tots for $7. Okay, I'm doing that.
Cool.
While the food is getting whipped up, Vander is going to kind of look around at the folks already here.
Mhm.
Hey, you know when Leroy's coming in? We're supposed to meet him. Didn't say when. He just said he'd be here.
Leroy.
Yeah, big fella. Wears a cowboy hat, long coat.
And you're gonna see like the bartender gets this exasperated look on his face. That's Leroy. Just Roy. He finds himself fancy putting a lay in front of it now.
Oh, I gotcha. So he's a regular, but not one of the ones you want, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, he comes in a few times a week. No real schedule or anything.
Gotcha.
Well, I kind of lean over. What are you looking for?
I know what I was hoping to ask him. It's a mutual acquaintance who told us that, there might be some benefit to having a discussion, but, there wasn't a whole lot of particulars being thrown around.
Not looking for anything specific then. Okay.
Well, I heard he might have something, new and different.
Well, yeah, I mean, if I see him, I'll let him know we had acquaintances looking for him.
Does he seem like he's putting up a front, like, trying to, fob us off, and he's planning to squeal later?
Give me an intelligence. Or like an insight or something. I forget that.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to see through deception.
Okay.
Oh,
Eh,
No, everything's saying, yeah. And the
okay.
way he's saying it, yeah, I mean, he's being a little hush on some spots, but I mean, given that, I mean, they largely decriminalized a lot of the stuff last year. Yeah.
um, I don't know that I want to use this yet. Maybe at the next place, I'm going to use gather intelligence.
Just kind of reaching out. Um, does anything feel magic-y in here?
No.
Does it seem like this would be a base of operations for an interdimensional drug ring?
Give me a magic check.
Okay. Let's go ahead and put some effort into this one. And go.
7. Whew.
Wow.
Uh, that was intellect.
Wow. A 9 turned into a 7? That's impressive.
He put 2 levels of effort on it, yeah.
Mhm.
And he was specialized. So, this is going to be one of those, like, as you're kind of looking around or sensing around kind of things. Like, okay. Is there anything out here? You're going to notice a couple of things. One, the edges of his eyes are just starting to kind of. There's almost like if you've ever seen somebody like their irises have almost like a double color, like, well, I guess you guys have never seen my irises. Mine kind of fade from like a green outer to mostly brown. His are just starting to get like this weird purple on the outside. And you're also going to pick up there's something small behind the bar.
Okay. Vander's gonna lean in and quiet down. So that new and different deal my friend was talking about.
Yeah.
Leroy got you some for you.
Yeah,
You know when he's
he usually leaves a couple of a serving or two in case there's anybody asking. Pretty wild stuff. Spiral.
viral, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he the only game around here, or
Yeah, pretty much. I'm the only one that hasn't taken off or used their own shit.
what's it like, man?
It's wild. Uh, you ever seen? You ever just zoned out and stared as the water runs down your sink or toilet or whatever?
And Imelda will just sort of laugh. Dude, that
Okay.
was my entire college life.
You take this, use this stuff, and it just feels like the whole world just starts to drain away, spin away.
So what's the downside? Like, man, mushrooms are cool, but I'm not fond of throwing up. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, tends to make people a little touchy feely. I don't know if you have a bad trip, you might. Sometimes you can just have a bad trip. See monsters, stuff like that.
That is wild.
Yeah. I knew a guy thought he saw. What was it? Like a bionic RoboCop, but instead of tubes and wires, it was, I don't know, some type of like cyberpunk thing, almost like a Borg.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, he was fine, but he just freaked out for a little bit.
I'd freak out too if I saw a Borga cop coming after me. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm new to the city, so like I've never heard of this shit. When did it show up?
About 6 months, maybe a year. I don't know.
Okay.
The
Wow.
when they when they decriminalized it, what was that? 2020, 2019? Something like that. All kinds of stuff started showing up.
Yeah. Hey man, open market, right?
Yeah, no kidding. Well, let me go get those food edition for you.
Okay.
Need
Yeah,
anything, let me
appreciate
know.
it, boss.
And he'll head
Yeah,
off.
absolutely.
Okay.
Eventually he'll bring back that IPA for you.
Yeah, and Vander will crack it open and he'll pretend he's drinking it.
Mm.
Uh, and he'll just look to the other two, uh, speaking in kind of hushed tones. If there's a recursion where RoboCop is out there, let's never go there. All right, I don't want any part of that shit.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're not gonna have much of a choice. But, let's put it at the bottom of the list. How's that?
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't
put that off.
Skynetted.
Yeah, and this
hell.
sort of Terminator, RoboCop, uh, Total Recall, series. We'll put RoboCop at the well, no, Terminator at the bottom, then RoboCop, then Total Recall. I think.
Predator should probably go pretty low there too.
Yeah, yeah. Except, well, we already had those friggin' towel things, man. Those were bad.
I mean, all right, about half the aliens probably. Those are out the window, especially the movie Aliens.
Oh, the
Yeah,
two
ain't about that.
faces, like a face inside a face. No, that's a big old no.
Hell no.
I mean, Alien versus Predator is like a double no.
Yeah. So does this deep conversation draw in anyone in the bar?
Not really. I mean, you probably get like the occasional, like as the crowd is starting to pick up for lunch, like there's probably the occasional person that's like, "What the fuck are these guys talking about?"
Yeah. Okay.
We don't have a list of excursions we want to go to. We just have an extremely long and detailed excursions that we are never going to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just a list of keywords that we just say no to.
Mm-hmm.
Predator, RoboCop, Terminator. Surprisingly, towel was not on that list. Now it is.
Do you want to go to a world where the towels are trying to eat you? No, we don't.
No, we
not so
don't.
much.
Didn't know that was an option. So when the bartender comes back,
Mhm.
I'll ask him how much a dose is.
$100.
I'm sorry, how much?
It'd be an even 100. Stuff's tough to get.
Okay, so I'll give him 100.
Okay. And he'll come back. He'll
Yeah.
kind of he'll go behind the bar and he'll come back out and kind of slide this little vial across and do like the hand change.
Yeah. And I'm gonna try very hard not to touch it, but like to pull like as discreetly as possible, take a tissue or something from my pocket and wrap it up in that and stick it in my pocket
Hmm.
or stick it in my purse or whatever.
Yeah, and it'll be this little glass tube, and if you look at it, it's got like these little blue crystals in it, kind of crystalline dust, kind of floating around the bottom.
Is that what I was feeling with the magic check before, or is that
Yeah.
is there still something back there?
Nope, that was it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's save this for tonight. Thank you, man.
Yeah, make sure you're in a safe spot.
So this isn't a club thing then, is that what you're saying?
I mean, some people do, but if you're not used to it, just like anything else, moderation and caution.
Ah, you're funny.
Right? Because moderation, bar, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Anything else I can get you, folks?
Nah, I think we're good.
All right. And he'll head back behind the bar. Just let me know when you're ready. We'll get y'all
Yeah,
cashed out.
yeah. Yeah, we can just settle up now.
Okay. And he'll deal with all that and a couple drinks and fries and not much.
Yeah, we won't like scoot right out, presumably we'll stay a
Mhm.
little bit, finish
Oh
the
yeah.
food. And then maybe check the next place? I don't know. What do you think?
Well, you just bought him out of his supply.
Well, I think he might have had more. He looked
Mm,
like a user. I don't know that he would have sold me everything.
no, I don't feel anything else in this place. You got what he had.
Okay. Yeah. I I hate to say it, but maybe we should have I don't know, is this Hertzfeld's area? God, I don't trust that MF. Ugh.
Ain't nothing in this area.
Yeah, hopefully the chemical analysis person is someone different. You know what? Maybe I'll do it myself. I have a lab. I'll I'll take a look at it myself when we get back.
Thing is, a guy's got to drop by here at some point to restock. And since you just cleaned them out, might be tonight.
Yeah, there's an idea.
I think we ought to keep an eye on this place.
Do we want to check out the others just to see what the deal is? Like whether it's the same story at the other places, like he leaves a little behind, or maybe one of the other two he actually holes up in when he's here. Both ways work. We just don't know for sure when he'll be back here. Because if you only left them one, either our buddy, and I'll nod at the bartender, is dipping into his own supply more than he should, or he doesn't expect that many sales. Although, honestly, it could be he just doesn't have that much. I don't know. We don't know about like how much there is out in the market, right?
Right.
Okay.
It's common enough that the estate has taken notice, but not so much that like the DEA is going after it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So if
well,
there enough people are buying it like that, then one dose, either this guy is using a lot, which is possible, I guess, or Leroy doesn't doesn't care so much for the midday drinking crowd. Maybe the nightclub is the way to go. I don't know.
our
Fries
guy
are
here isn't so deep into it. His eyes haven't changed yet. They're just starting to.
yeah. Yeah, I still think we should check out the other places just to see if we can pick up a little more info.
All right,
That sounds good.
I'll stay here, keep an eye on the place while you two poke around.
Okay. Um yeah, so do you think it's possible to use gather intelligence across multiple places?
Well, let me see. Let me take a look at this.
Because this is more about like talking. It says when a group of people, you can ask about any topic you choose and come away with useful information. General layout, presence of a major site, obscure details.
Hmm.
Yeah, so if I focus on him, like if we wanted to sort of move this along a little, and basically I'm focusing my gather intelligence on Leroy and sort of where he goes and when he was last seen and that sort of stuff. Is he violent, for example?
Well, let's see. I would say. Yeah, kind of focusing on him. Yeah.
Okay.
Action to initiate, an hour to complete. So, yeah, it's kind of over the
Yeah,
next
it's
hour, you're working on gathering information.
yeah. So I've lost it already. Okay, so I'm gonna put one effort into that just because.
Okay. See how good the intel is that you get.
Oh, mother.
That's a 2.
Two. It's not nothing, I guess. There's something about Unity. It always looks like it's about to roll. It's like a slot machine, right? It
Like
always
it
looks,
sits right on the edge. It says, haha, no.
and then you're like, nope, psych.
So, 3, 4, 2. Okay. So, tier 2. What you're going to find, kind of focusing on, I imagine focusing on Leroy and the information you have, kind of trying to expand on that.
Yeah.
We'll skip forward a little bit. Running through the known sites, the sites of known dealing sites. Nobody's seen him in a couple of days, but again, that's not unusual. He kind of comes and goes a little bit. Suspected clients, if you start getting in contact with them. Lulu, Melissa Romano. Try to give her a call, no answer, no one's there. No one's seen her in several days. Check with like local hospitals and police, and she's officially missing. She used to work. She worked as a hairstylist at this swanky salon. Eldridge Ridge Chopra he works for a computer company. He was murdered a couple of days ago. Victim of a homicide, murder. Local police have no leads. They think it was random gang violence. He was gunned down on a street corner.
Huh. Okay.
Owns a couple of websites. Check those out. Nothing notable. Sharon Squirt Coopersmith, freelance writer, credits to a few online magazines and smaller Northwest papers, like those little free newspapers you see a lot of times in cities. She has a couple of writing credits in some of those. She's still around. She's got a rental house in the Queen Anne neighborhood. Answers the phone. Says, okay. Yeah. Kind of questioning her a little bit. She talks about how she sees things differently now, but she hasn't seen him in a few days. She'll tell you about this cross street that she met this guy in like a leather trench coat. Never got his name. It's on the corner of North 137th and Aurora Avenue. It's right outside the Amazon warehouse.
So this is the guy in the leather trench coat isn't Leroy, it's somebody else.
No, from the description, it's Leroy.
Okay.
She just never got his name.
Oh.
But she buys from him every now and then. She knows 3 other people who've taken dust, but no, she's not going to give you the information. It's private.
Okay. Does she know about how often he shows up, or it's not on a regular schedule?
Again, not on a regular schedule.
So he hasn't been around for a couple of days, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I imagine all of that is Imelda kind of calling around to different places, getting in contact, calling to the different known sites, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so we'll swing back and get Vander to say, I'm not sure he's around. I mean, if you want to still hang out, that's cool, but he hasn't been around for a couple days.
And in this time, he hasn't showed up at Caroline's?
Give me a flat D20.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Vander, also give me... do you have like a perception or anything like that? Give me an intelligence, or if you have perception.
Yeah, no specialized perception rolls. Let's see.
Okay. You notice that bartender made a couple of phone calls. It was a little far away to hear what he was talking about, but it was one of those, like, he kind of went to the back, and like you'd see him kind of poke his head up out like the kitchen window, or the kitchen door window, and like he was looking at you guys while he's making the phone calls.
Did he seem nervous as he was looking at us, or just kind of talking about us?
Based on the body language, it looks more like he was talking about you. Not necessarily nervous or anything. But...
Okay.
So I don't know, does it make sense to go away and come back? Like, oh, we love this shit, we want more kind of thing?
Oh, you're asking me? Or are you talking to each other?
I'm talking to the other two, to
Okay.
Vander. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it might work out. Can't quite figure out if we've been made or not.
Wait, what?
Well,
He called his dealer.
yeah, like, the generic, we're looking for a friend. Maybe he took that too seriously. Like you were saying, you actually like were buddies, as opposed to, hey, I'm looking for my buddy, the drug dealer. Like a drug dealer is everybody's buddy, right? Like you're not saying like you're actual friends. So I don't know.
Like, hey, there's someone here saying they know you.
Yeah.
That or he was just looking at me because I was with you when you cleaned him out of what he had.
Yeah. Like maybe he's just asking for more.
He didn't look nervous.
Can I contact our fixer to see if he can get like the phone records to see who he called, to see who the bartender called?
Uh, I mean, if you were to call Blake, short of getting the bartender's number and the guy, it's like, because you guys aren't technically law enforcement, private
Yeah.
entity, so that's a little
Where is
trickier.
Gary when you need him, man?
Yeah.
We need some hacking here.
Also, like, he didn't call from the work, or he didn't call from the bar phone, he called from a cell
Oh,
phone. Yeah.
okay. Um, yeah, see, and we're not close enough to him to sleight of hand the phone. What about um what if we play it that we're looking to do a bulk purchase where we'd cut the bartender in if he can get us 10, 20 doses, something, cut him in for a percentage, see if that'll, push him into showing up.
We might be able to get him to find his fee.
Like give him an incentive, you know, to sort of soften the thing of, yeah, like what we're really looking for is a connection so that like we can resell. We're looking for a multi-level marketing opportunity here. We want to get in on the ground floor. Otherwise, I don't know a good way to sort of flush him out.
Well, if you were to ask the bartender, he'd let you know. It's like, Leroy's kind of the biggest deal. I mean, he's seen a couple of other locals starting to peddle it too, but Leroy's the main guy.
Yeah, I was going to say, but do they get it from Leroy?
Oh.
Like, is he offering franchises, man?
Wait, if this guy's getting it from Leroy, we could tail him. Because if he sold us what he had, he's going to want more, especially if his eyes are starting to turn.
Yeah, that was Vander's point. Maybe we just wait it out. Maybe we wait it out today and just see. Since he was on the phone, I'm guessing with Leroy. The bigger purchase requires sort of more of a long game, probably go away, come back as if we tried it and say, we're really pleased with the merchandise. We want to, we want to buy big. Can you put us in touch with Leroy? We'll give you a cut.
And we're gonna have to keep an eye on this place, but we can't do it from inside.
Yeah. Like, how long can you sit here?
Leroy's not gonna come if the bartender starts thinking we're staking this place out.
Yeah. So maybe go away, come back. I can take this stuff back to the lab, see if we can find out a little bit more about it.
I ain't saying we
Maybe
go
we
home.
can get some prints from the vial.
I ain't saying we go home. I'm saying we go outside. Watch from a distance.
Yeah. Yeah, I have like a mobile lab, right?
I
Do
think
I?
so.
Lab analysis. Is lab analysis the one?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, so 2D 20 minutes to complete. Yeah, so while we're working on that, I'm going to roll 2D20 to see how long it takes me to do some lab analysis. Oh,
25,
so just 25 minutes. Okay.
well, half hour. Okay.
Yeah. Um, with samples in hand, you can discover up to 3 pertinent pieces of information, possibly clearing up a lesser mystery. The GM will decide what you learn and what level of difficulty is needed to learn it. So I guess now that I've done this, I have to actually roll the analysis.
Correct.
Um, and I'm going to put 2 effort in it because this is kind of important. Oh, mother. Well, okay, but it's a 5 at least.
It's still a
So,
5. That's still pretty good.
yeah. But
So,
my intellect, man, I'm going to spend a recovery too while we're at it because yay.
nice.
Good.
Nice.
Full recovery, or max recovery, not full recovery.
Yeah. So at least that brings me back up to 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, you're doing this as like a field or field lab, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So taking about
going
half
back-
an
I'm
hour.
going back to the van. I have my little
Right.
setup in the back.
Mhm.
While Vander and Ian are keeping an eye on the place, I'm going on the internet. I'm, looking at this stuff, see if I can figure out where it's from. Maybe calling back to the estate saying it looks like these are the components. It appears to be magic, blah, blah, blah.
So you're gonna find kind of the chemical breakdown of what this stuff is. There's some a large portion of oxygen, some carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, calcium, phosphorus, trace amounts of other elements.
And is it like anything in particular? Is the structure of it like something from a particular location or particular I always forget what they're called. Uh
Like a site?
one of these yeah, not shard.
Oh, recursion.
Recursion. Yeah.
Uh, give me knowledge strange.
Okay.
Six. This doesn't seem like it's from any recursion. I mean, there's no recursion that you're coming up with. Like there's no chemical markers of other places. All the elements are are earth-based elements. So none of that's out of the ordinary.
Hmm.
And then I put a snapshot for the breakdown. Give you an idea of that. I've got all kinds of stuff prepared for this. This is great.
It's a lot of oxygen.
Yeah, there's
For,
a lot of oxygen in it.
It's a solid.
Mhm.
Or-
I mean, oxygen can be solid. Usually that it means it's probably bonded to
Yeah.
something else, but yeah.
Yeah, something oxide.
Mhm.
Seems like it'd be. Oh yeah, you did mention it's almost like powdery.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, so something oxide.
Yeah, there's your euphoria too.
Yeah, so we're looking at 65% oxygen, 18% carbon, a little over 9 to 10% hydrogen, just over 3% nitrogen, 1 to 2% calcium, 1 to 2% phosphorus, and then the rest is trace elements.
So is this like any earth compound I know about?
Nothing.
Like meth or something like that?
Uh-uh. Not at this. No, not at this level. Nothing would have that much oxygen in it.
It's lucky it doesn't catch on fire, for fuck's sake.
I was just thinking.
Very strange.
You try to smoke it, it just pops.
Yeah, it just explodes.
And that'd be one of those, like, I imagine, like, during your analysis, like, you got the gloves on, all that stuff. It's got this almost, it does kind of have, like, between your fingers, if you've ever felt, like, ground up Pop Rocks, I mean, I know they're already kind of ground up, but, like, the dust from Pop Rocks, it kind of feels like that. Like, yeah. If like, you were to put, like, a little dropper of water in it, it would kind of just...
Hmm. And it does have like a magic component, like Vander was able to sense magic coming off of it.
Mhm.
Okay.
And that could mean any number of things. But I kind of picture Vander's magic sense is like he can kind of like, okay, well it's got some type of like cipher attribute to it, but it doesn't follow the rules of a cipher. It works like it, but like estate agents are able to, like, you've got a full complement of ciphers, and it's not like normally if you had over your amount of ciphers, it would disappear, or like one of them just boop.
Hmm.
And so while that analysis is completing, Vander is going to post up somewhere where he can keep an eye on the door.
Mhm.
Actually, first he's going to case the building, see if there's multiple entrances to the place.
There is a back door. There's also like that. I picture this. I should probably actually pull up the street view map of this thing if there's the back alley or something. But if you're still at Caroline, then there's like a back way out for like the kitchen and things like that.
Okay. Um. Yeah. So once he's determined that, Vander is going to get the other two. Right, so there's two ways into this place. If I had to guess, whatever exchange is going to go down is going to go on by the back door. And I can keep an eye on that. But
Oh,
the
yeah.
front door,
This place, because Caroline Tavern kind of sits off by itself. It's not like an alley building or anything like that. So there's an outside parking lot. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so the front door, I wouldn't have eyes on. So if we wanted to have both entrances watch for this guy, one of you two would have to, try and keep a little profile and keep an eye on it.
Okay. So I don't know if this is cheating, Travis,
Okay.
but I Googled compounds with 65% oxygen and I got a very familiar looking graphic. So does that actually relate? Did you just take the thing from that for visuals or does it actually relate to that?
I can't tell you.
No. I'm gonna drop this URL in the chat.
Because of the questions you asked, I can't tell you.
Okay. Are they snorting ground up people? God damn it.
You asked if any compound rang a bell. None do.
Mm,
Wait, are they snorting Soylent Green?
are they snorting ground up people from other like oh my god.
The ground up elf.
Okay, so is there a way because I don't like that's why I asked if this would be cheating. But is there a way well, you know what? I'm just gonna do a raw intelligence check
Okay.
to see if in my poking around, I'm gonna say that sounds really like for some reason that
Yeah, just
combination.
give me like a raw intelligence. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd say, let's see. Let me, before I even look at your result, where's my table?
Yeah, no, it was garbage.
Where's my table? A 1.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, oh, it sounds so familiar, but I'll put it to the side for now. But maybe I don't know.
Yeah, that's enough nerd shit. We got spy shit to do.
Yeah,
The Vader just rushes things along.
yeah, yeah. I'll make a note to ask, later at the estate.
Okay.
And someone's going to say, moron, that's the percentages in the human body. And then I'm going to go, dun, dun, dun.
I was going to say, it's like, if it were like Vander or Ian asking, I was going to say, it's like a 4. For Imelda, I was going to say like a 2 difficulty. But, yeah.
Yeah, no, she's like down some other rabbit hole. Like,
it's like, okay, well, this is a drug.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's just not something she would have thought of. So, okay.
There you go.
I'm just thinking she does lab analysis. She just does what you just did in Google's. All right, well, what's closest thing with this composition? Oh my god!
Well, there's also like you're just doing the analysis in the back of the van, so.
Right. So. Okay. So let's keep an eye out then for. So do we want to split front and back door? Is that what Vander is suggesting?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, where am I parked? Because everything around this building seems to be like someone's house.
It's a decent sized parking lot. But yeah, everything
Yeah,
around is
like staying there for,
is this.
depending how long I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this on the north side of this map, there's sort of those trees,
Mhm.
like maybe back there or back like around the corner, either on 15th Avenue or on the other street, just a little sort of further down the block. It also looks like maybe there's a business across the street where those three cars are parked on the southern side of that street. So, it's a busted ass van. Like, I don't know that anyone's gonna look at it twice.
Yeah. I'm trying to pull up top that more of a street view, but I don't think it matters too much. Just anywhere we can.
There you go. And the Caroline Tavern is the like red and white, whatever it is. From that street view, it's behind the white car.
Yeah.
So that way you can kind of move around and look around. But yeah, everything around is like, oh, well, that's a house, that's a house, that's a house, that's a house.
Yeah. Oh,
that's a
oh, but
house.
there's like that if you go around to like 13th Street,
Mhm.
that looks like there's a parking lot for something else. Like maybe that's a restaurant or something. Like that
Everything here's
blue
house.
building.
Yeah.
So maybe around that corner.
I see what we're talking about.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, you could probably park there.
Yeah, and like near the like trees right there, just kind of in some shade.
Yeah. This is not at all how I imagined this place would look. Like this is like some bucolic
Yeah, this is
Washington State shit, man. What
yeah.
is this? Like to me, this kind of bar is like a brick building in a strip mall,
Mhm.
not what appears to be an IHOP.
Oh my god!
Like they should be selling pancakes here, not drugs. But
Yeah, it does look like
You been to an iPod?
generic diner.
Yeah.
although honestly, this does look like neighborhoods I've driven through in South Florida.
Mm.
Where one time I got lost and ended up driving through a neighborhood that looked like this, and we drove around a corner, and all of a sudden there were like 10 cop cars descending on a house that had like washing machines and shit in the front yard, and it was an episode of Cops. I swear to God. Like I think they were doing a meth bust or something. Just like out of the blue, like, and it was a neighborhood totally like this. It was bizarre. But anyway. There's also that park across the street if we just wanted to like
Hide in the trees.
hide in the trees, yeah. But anyway, yeah, one of those would work. We'll stake out.
So while you guys are doing a stakeout, then you're gonna basically hang out outside of Caroline, right?
I
Yeah,
guess so,
you
yeah.
have to- You mentioned splitting, having someone have the front door and someone on the back door.
Right.
Like at least watching out for it.
Yeah, Vander's got the back door watched.
Okay, so I guess Imelda and Ian are chilling in the van.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, are you guys doing like a 24-hour surveillance, or like each doing like during business hours, or how many days are you waiting? Or hours, I guess.
I was planning on at latest like until the bartender leaves, like in case like, after close, once people are out,
Mhm.
in case, I'm not saying what he calls himself, all right, Roy, in case Roy shows up after hours.
That's
Why
Leroy.
Leroy. Yeah, like we would hang out. I think
I refuse to
at
participate. Sorry, gone.
no, I think we would just hang out like until closing, I think, and then regroup and figure out, what the hell we're gonna do. But
Okay. So, getting around closing time the next day. Well, I guess first, someone give me. One of you give me a flat d20.
Uh, ah, it was on 20.
I tell you, man, this fantasy grounds screws with you.
Like, it looked like
Like,
it rocked slightly further than it should have to have the momentum to go back.
Yeah.
So, you're going to see a number of people kind of come and go. Different cars, different trucks. Every now and then, like, there'll be like this large vehicle that goes by. There's probably like 2 or 3 of them that have like that big truck with no exhaust, and boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
A few of those go by. Nobody matching Leroy's description goes into this building. I'd say at one point you see one of those big trucks. There's like this big GMC truck kind of pulls up, and the bartender runs out, says something to the guy, and then runs back in. Probably around like midnight, 1 a.m.
I'm gonna write down the license plate.
Okay. It's this. Let me see. Where's it at? Oh, Trixie has to get my lap, of course.
Well, she's got to play too,
Oh yeah. Where'd it go? Where did it go? It's a large truck. Oh, there it is. Calling your fixer, if you ask your fixer, he'd let you know right away. Based on the plate, it's a 1999 GMC Sierra 3500 SL 4x4. It's got the 6-foot bed and a crew cab. Big dually truck. Yeah.
And do they know who it's registered to?
It's that truck. It's registered to one Leroy Kane. Or, well, Roy Kane.
Ah. Dang it. Okay.
It's registered to Roy R. Kane.
Arcane.
Arcane?
Hey!
Really?
I just noticed that.
But he just sort of like stops and then drives off.
Yeah, it stops. The bartender runs out. He's only out there for a few seconds. Goes back in.
From that, though, do we have a home address?
You do. The address of this truck is registered at. Let me see. I'll throw it here in Discord. It's registered to an address at the Creston. Is it Creston? Crestview? Crestview Apartments. 27B.
Okay. So do we want to go have a chat with him now or wait till tomorrow?
That's good.
Okay. Off we go to the beautiful Crestview apartment.
Oh, sorry. I was unmuting myself.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There you go. So, drive off, get over to the Crestview. I don't know however long it takes. We'll say it takes an hour. Get over there. What's the plan going in? Or do you guys just run in?
I guess we should have a plan, shouldn't we?
I mean, I'll have to. It's up to you guys.
Uh, so I'll look at him and say, what's the plan? Do we want to like say we're here to buy? Do we want to just try to bust him? What do we want to do?
Hmm. And was there any plan they had? Like, did they want to try to bring him in, or are we supposed to just like tell him to see if we can pick anything out? Like, were there any for the mission, was there any like details like that for what we're
Uh,
expecting?
mission
Well,
assignment
they
was
wanted us to find him, right?
find him, shut him down, and find out if he either has a supplier or is making it himself.
Okay.
On the way,
Mhm.
Vander would have floated the possibility of calling a pizza order to his address
Okay.
with the intention of picking up that pizza, like they take the pizza and then knock on the
then
door.
pretend to be the delivery guy?
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that's a fine plan, man. I never would have thought of that.
It's worked a few times in the past.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Yeah, any of you, I guess. If that's either way, if that's the plan or whatever. Just once you guys get there.
Let's see.
What would you say this is? Speed or intellect? Because I'm trained in stealth, but I don't have a specific stat associated with a skill.
If you're trying to stay out of sight for this one, I would say, because it's late in the evening, or late at night, middle of the night.
Well, the idea is we call the order in.
Right.
We meet the pizza driver, take the pizza, and then make the delivery ourselves. Like knock on the door, like hat pulled down over the eyes so they can't see the face, and got the pizza box. So I'm not hiding from view. It's just passing myself off as somebody that might have business here.
Is that more deception then?
Well, the stealth's going to be for something else. Give me a stealth speed.
Okay. I can. Yeah, I'm trained in stealth, so I'll put some effort into this. And let's do this.
Okay.
There we go. All right. What? Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. 8. Okay. So, yeah, pizza guy will come out, and it'll be one of those, like, kind of meet him at the door, or you see him coming in, so you run in through the building, kind of thing, catch him at the door.
Yeah.
You now have
Perfect
a
timing, man.
you now have a pizza. What kind of pizza did you guys order? Pepperoni. Yeah. Simple,
Yeah,
whatever's
nope.
cheapest.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't matter. I was just curious.
Either that or like, vegan cheese, kale, whatever, like some kind of super Seattle-esque.
Where does
I was
Hammer
about
got
to say, where the
Seattle
hell would you
today?
find that? But you're in Seattle, so shit
Yeah.
that actually
Yeah.
would be
Nah,
a thing.
Vander's not gonna blow extra money on this. Like the pizza's not important. He just needs an excuse to get in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so pepperoni.
Extra olives, nothing else.
Okay.
Yeah, so Vander is going to would you rule that it is fine to have a hat that I did not previously declare?
Sure.
All right.
That's what you got a hero
yeah, so-
point for.
There you go.
Yeah.
Um,
For like a disguise
So-
hat.
yeah, Vander will pull out a hat from his pocket and slide it down so the bill is kind of over his face as they approach the apartment.
Okay.
And he's going to motion for Ian and Imelda to keep back some.
Yeah.
And then, holding the pizza up against his chest so like it's visible. He's going to knock on the door.
So it'll be one of those like you kind of get up there and just there's no answer.
He's
Can
going to call
I-
out.
Oh.
He's going to call out, delivery for you?
First, did we see the truck in the parking lot?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to double check.
Yeah.
Vander's going to rattle off the address like he's reading it from a receipt. Anybody home?
There'll be one of the neighbors kind of opens up into the hallway. Hey, keep it down. My kids are trying to sleep.
Sorry about that. We'll be out here in just a moment.
Man, nobody lives there. The place is haunted. No one goes there anymore.
Huh. We got an order for this address.
Excuse me. I don't know what to tell you, man. Prank kids or something. Wash it, you don't get jumped.
Appreciate that. Before you step back in, if I might just ask,
Yeah. What?
guy with a cowboy hat, long trench coat, goes by Leroy. You seen him around here?
No, doesn't ring a bell.
Are they lying?
No, doesn't look like it. He looks more tired than anything.
Sure. Okay. I'm sorry to bother you. Have a good night.
Yeah. Door closes.
Gonna look at the other two. The fuck?
Fucking haunted.
Yeah. Or he has a portal in there.
Maybe.
Some other
And
quirk.
that's why people think it's haunted, because he goes in but doesn't come out. Or they hear weird noises or whatever the fuck.
Did Vander try to pick the lock? Or doesn't he have something for that?
He did.
Oh, it was only like one use.
Well, it broke.
Oh,
But I have an equipment cache.
The door's not
Ah,
locked.
So,
Before you use that,
uh-huh.
the door's not locked.
Ah, sweet.
oh.
Yeah, it's unlocked.
Well then, I do idea of
Yeah,
everyone planning how to get through this door, then someone turns the knob.
yeah.
Ian just boot,
I'm
boot, boot. Let me pick it.
Does anyone know how to pick a lock? I tried to learn. I got distracted, shit, but someone can, right? Boot.
yeah, I'm gonna take my gun out before we go in this room.
Vander is gonna hold on to this pizza, just in case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Ian's gun is in his van down. He has his sidearm, but his main gun is in his van downstairs, just in case. If he finds a portal, he's running downstairs.
Right.
Okay.
So
But yeah, gun out.
Okay, so I'm gonna listen at the door first before we open it. So
it's
I don't know that I have perception or anything, but
be I don't know, just like a basic intellect.
yeah, okay. You know what? I'm gonna add a little effort to that just because I've been rolling like garbage tonight. So okay, so that's pretty good.
Okay. There's so Amelda's gonna kind of like lean up against the door or the wall, whatever, and kind of listen a little bit. You're not gonna hear anything. There is kind of a scent coming up from behind or from like under this door. Just um, you ever been in like the restrooms of like bars and taverns that they don't clean it nearly enough, if at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the dive bars.
Like gas
There's
station bathroom. Yeah.
yeah, really nasty bathrooms. That's the smell kind of coming out from like under this door. But there is
Huh.
no sound. Like not like no sound. Like you can kind of hear like one of one of the other neighbors is like there's a couple of guys up playing video games or something, and kind of
Yeah,
down the hall
that's
you hear kids yelling at like 3 a.m.
yeah, that's not encouraging. So we'll very slowly and as quietly as possible
Mhm.
open the door.
Okay. Just kind of push the door open.
Yeah.
And as you walk in, this place is empty. Except for two things. There's a painting on the opposite wall, and a cipher duct taped to the wall next to the painting.
Is the painting like the ones from Tom Mallard's house?
It's not fractal. It's not like a portrait or anything like that. This looks like a beach painting. Painting, like looking at it, it stretches. Or like looking at this painting, it stretches for miles down a coast, lit by like this kind of fractal nightscape, where there's these giant spirals in the place of stars. You kind of see the surf in it sparkles a little bit, and a little bit ways back from the beach, there's this cave opening. You can kind of see like mist seeping out from this cave opening.
As they go inside, Vander's going to set the pizza down on a counter or someplace.
Yeah, if he puts the pizza down, I'm grabbing a slice because we've been friggin' staking out all day. So I'm getting some pizza before we apparently go through another portal. So
And looking around this apartment, like I said, that's the most notable thing. Around the rest of it, you see like a couple of bedrolls. It looks like some of the homeless have kind of been squatting in here a little bit and using place also. Or not using the bathroom as a bathroom, but instead just using wherever.
Awesome.
Largely just like a one-room studio apartment. Not very big. It's 600-700 square feet. Not huge.
Huh.
So that painting, that's probably a key, right?
I would say that
Well,
any
that's
of the party would say, yeah, that's extremely well rendered. You could probably use that as a key.
Yeah, and you said there was a cipher taped up next to it?
Mm-hmm.
What's the cipher?
Give me a knowledge strange check.
Okay.
This is level
This
6.
I'm gonna spend 2 effort on because I really don't want to mess this up.
This is a tier 6.
Oh yeah, baby.
Hey. The cipher looks to be a recursion grenade.
A what?
Essentially, remember how the master had that little inapposite portal cipher? This is a similar thing. Looks like, essentially, it's like a little recursion grenade. And it's taped up to the wall in such a way that the pin's been removed. It's been activated. It just hasn't detonated yet because like the spoon is still on there. But the pin's been pulled.
So if we tried to use the key, would it go off?
No. Probably not. I don't know.
The word probably in that sentence.
It depends. Like if you're wanting to like leave the painting where it's at and use it as a focus point, probably fine. If you were to take the painting down or try to remove the cipher, there's a decent chance the cipher could go off just because of the way that it's rigged.
And so if it went off, it would turn into an inapposite gate.
It would, yeah. Anybody basically inside the apartment.
Okay.
Yeah, anybody inside the apartment would be taken to that place.
So I'm gonna take a picture of all of this and like email it or whatever to the estate to let them know. Not that anyone's answering their email at 2:00 in the morning or whatever the hell it is.
God, I hope
Well,
not.
Call Keaton.
You never know. I'm betting Manners is still awake and checking her email.
Well, this is Keaton's job, so
Yeah.
like, would you?
Well, I'll send it
text
to
him?
Keaton to say, hey, this is what we found. Are we going through? Like before I hit send, I'm gonna look at Van Durny and saying, we going in?
I gotta go get something. And he's gonna go run out to the van. And
Well,
he's back with the case.
yeah. While Ian is going to retrieve his big gun, Vander is also going to grab some pizza and chow down.
I assume the three of us just finish off the pizza before we go through.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vander's just eyeballing this painting. So that guy didn't stay here. It's just someplace he can register an unmarked vehicle.
Yeah.
Does he stay in the cave? Is he from here?
Who the hell knows, man? Because we didn't see him. We don't know. Like, other than the general description, like, who knows if he's even from Earth, right? Like, Hertzfeld looks human, but he's not. So, who the hell knows?
Oh God,
Yeah,
he's up.
would explain why he was a cowboy hat if he's got horns or some shit.
Maybe, yeah. I'm just rolling a recovery die while we're standing here.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad idea. Take about 10 minutes or so to finish his pizza and regroup.
Yeah. Yeah, and if we need to later, we can use my quick recovery thing.
That's the painting.
Ooh.
Oh, and the cipher tape next to it. I didn't notice that.
Nice. Yeah, that's a little obvious, but I guess,
Oh yeah, it's not meant to be hidden.
if you don't know what it is, then it deters thieves, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm surprised a homeless guy hasn't tried to steal it and gotten sucked into another plane for his trouble, but hey.
There's a
Maybe
grenade
he
next to it.
Maybe one did, and that's not the first recursion grenade that's been on that wall.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think if anybody sees a grenade without a pin, I think they're gonna be inclined to stay away from that thing.
Yeah. Okay, well.
After
Yeah, I mean,
we-
maybe he's in the cave, maybe he's down the beach, maybe this is just a convenient spot. Who the hell knows? But I think we got to go in and see if we can track him down.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
So I'm gonna, in the email with the picture and everything, I'm gonna tell what's his name, the chief, that we're going into this recursion to see if we can find this guy.
Mm. All right. And I think that's a good spot to stop for today.
Okay.
Sounds good.
You guys will all get your 4 XP.
Okay.
Yeah. 7 plus 4 is 13. No, it's 11, not 13. That was a good one.